When Holly Speck talks about her son Nicholas, she says growing up he was just your average teenager.
Nicholas grew up in a typical family, a very loving family, an extended family, just your regular old neighborhood, went to regular old high school.
Holly says as Nicholas transitioned from high school to young adult life, he started developing habits that eventually led to an addiction.
And through time, he ended up getting caught up in using marijuana, a little bit of alcohol, and eventually those things led to pills. It's pretty much a typical story from what we've heard, a pattern of folks who end up being addicted. And then eventually, years later, we found out that Nicholas was using heroin.
Holly says her son Nicholas was 30 years old when he died from an accidental heroin overdose in August of 2013.
We had no idea that Nicholas was using heroin. Of course, this is over a long span. We think Nicholas started using marijuana around the age of 15, which sadly is late now. It's pretty old nowadays, and to the best of our knowledge, Nicholas used heroin for a little less than a year, and it took his life that quickly.
It's now been 5 years since Nicholas' death, and Holly admits while she still struggles with the loss of her son, she's been able to keep his memory alive with the support of her family and volunteers through the creation of a nonprofit organization called Nkyhatesheroin.
I think they were starved for people to make it okay to talk about addiction, to make it okay to talk about heroin. And as my family walks out into the public and goes in restaurants and churches, and people see us with a big logo on our back or a logo over our heart or as simple as a bracelet on our wrist, I think they feel like we're approachable. And our yard signs and our T-shirts, I think people feel like they know that we understand.
Holly and her dad, along with other volunteers from NKY Hates Heroin, says while they are not in the medical profession and don't claim to be counselors, they hope their personal connection with such a devastating epidemic will leave a lasting impact in their community.
I've often said if something would happen and all the opiates went away, just the domino effect of the families that are tending to their families and the babies. So we hope to continue to support families, support those that are suffering from addiction, and to continue to educate.